All right, good morning, everybody. Hello and welcome, my friends. How is it going? How are you? I hope I'm finding you well, and I hope you guys are ready for some fun today, something completely different, something that obviously was not originally planned or expected, but is very much appreciated. Ladies and gentlemen, today is Tuesday, July 13th, 2021. I am DSP, and I welcome you to my first ever Xbox Series X stream. Ladies and gentlemen, the last 24 hours have certainly been pretty interesting. How interesting how things can flip or turn on their head. And certainly interesting to see the reaction of those who have literally through groupthink mentality convinced themselves that, you know, I am some kind of a horrendously bad content creator. That there's no way that I could ever see any kind of ongoing success or be able to put out quality content or anything, you know. It's certainly been an interesting day, to say the least, okay? On the one side, those of you who are longtime viewers and fans, those of you who are newcomers, who like my stuff, this last 24 hours has actually been one of the coolest days in memory. Last couple of years, I would argue. It's been that good. Getting an Xbox Series X, unboxing it live, hooking the sucker up, the hilariousness of a dumb fuck troll trying to take control of the console live on the stream and then idiotically having their email address put out on the stream because the idiot put it there. I mean, it was the most funny thing I've ever seen in probably about a year. I still can't stop laughing at how funny it was last night. But, it's pretty awesome now having an Xbox Series X. And over the course of the last month, we were talking about what I would do if I got one. And now having one and being able to today for the first time check out Game Pass and all the games on the Xbox Series X and seeing how they run and everything. It's just going to be so amazing. I cannot wait. Today's going to be an exciting stream for sure. And of course, this opens up the future to all kinds of possibility with the stuff that's going to be under Game Pass. I'll be checking out for sure. I'll be checking out games that normally I definitely would not have because I'm just not going to drop money on these games. But having Game Pass Ultimate, being able to get these games every month, you know, new games added, and, you know, it's going to be amazing. You know, it's going to be absolutely amazing. And I cannot wait to check this out with you for the first time today. And I cannot wait for the future. Okay? But man, if you ever wanted to see a source of salt, all you got to do is look in these circles of people who hate me. All you got to do is go to that certain fucking forum of very, very special individuals, or any of these restreamers and or scumbags who constantly riff on me, make negative content about me, spin conspiracy theories and yarns about me. Man, they just are so upset right now. I mean, seriously, they are upset. They are 100% furious. Alright? Furious about this. And of course, that means that they have to make up all kinds of crazy shit. Oh, Phil bought that Xbox, he's lying, and everything. You know, the most crazy conspiracy shit, and I don't even have to address it. I don't. Because it's all bullshit and everyone knows it. You know, I've been talking about, I wanted an Xbox Series X ever since that Microsoft press conference at E3. I said, this is the time I really going to need one because, man, the value is there. The games coming out for this thing are there, and I'm not going to be able to play a lot of them if I don't have one. And quite frankly, just a little bit of inside info. Behind the scenes, there was at least 2 to 3 people who were longtime supporters and viewers of my content who wanted to get me an Xbox Series X, but were unable to. They were actually trying to, you know, buy one to get it for me, but there was no, I mean, the thing's so scarce. It's so hard to get. Oh, you have to be up at fucking 3 in the morning to jump to Walmart when they do the online digital drop, and the thing sells out in 2 minutes because the scalpers are already there. You see? So basically, you know, there was already people who wanted to get this thing for me, and it was just a painstaking situation. And this, I assume this fan who had one lying around was like, man, it looks like Phil's not going to be able to get one in time for the stuff he wants to do, so I want to step up and help him, you know. And again, what I have to tell you guys is you have to understand that I've been around for so long, 13 years and counting, as a content creator, right? That even though there is a vocal group of assholes out there who constantly talk shit about me, there's just as large, if not a much larger group of a silent majority of people who like me and my content and who support me, which is why I'm still here after 13 years of abuse and online defamation, okay? And I appreciate that. I absolutely do. I appreciate that so much. Thank you to those who stick with me through thick and thin and support me and my content and what I stand for here on the internet. Because I know I ain't like a lot of other people who make content, that's for fucking sure. As you've seen over the years, very, very different philosophy. But I'm glad that there's people that are with me, okay? Thank you for that, all right? We don't listen to the white noise. We don't listen to the bullshit. We don't listen to the stupidity of these idiots who every single day do their best to try to bring me down and hurt me in every possible way. We stand against them. We rally against them, all right? In defiance of the fact that these idiots exist, I'm able to say I'm still here making great content for you guys on a daily basis because of your support, and thank you for that. And that's why we get to do such a great stream today of the Xbox Series X. We're going to explore it together and figure out what this thing's all about, what's under Game Pass, what these games are like on Xbox Series X versus PS5. It's going to be a very interesting exploratory day, all right? So let's talk about it. Today's main gameplay stream, we're going to jump onto my Xbox Series X and join Game Pass Ultimate Live. I'm going to download a series of games based on what has been upgraded / updated for Xbox Series X performance. It actually says right on them, oh, this game's optimized now for Xbox Series X. I'm curious what games will be there and would have been optimized and what's going to run better. Okay? So, this should be exciting. And I'm curious to see, you know, what we could do today. I've already downloaded a couple of games. We have Forza Horizon 4, which is a game that I played a couple years ago and really, really enjoyed on the Xbox One. But now imagine it running at beautiful 60 frames and even better graphics on the Xbox Series X. Also, I've got PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. I really have no confidence that this game is going to run any better on this console. I'm just being honest. I really don't think it will. But we're going to give it a shot anyway. I own the game. This is the game that got me into Battle Royale many years ago. And I'm curious to see if they've ever improved it to make it run better. Now, we're also going to download other games. That's what I mean. The first thing I want to do is jump on the Game Pass system. We'll see what games are there. Obviously, one I'm very interested in is The Medium. This is a game that currently is still a Game Pass kind of exclusive. You know, you have to either have an Xbox Series S or X or a PC to play it. Have not been able to play it on PS5. So that's one I would like to dabble in today. As for anything else, I'm not even sure what we're going to do. We'll do it on the fly. Now, of course, it's going to take a while to download some of these games, so the first thing we're going to do is go through the Game Pass menu, download the games that I'm interested in, and then maybe play a few offline while the others are downloading. Apparently, it's no issue here on the Xbox Series X. You can easily download a game while playing another, from what people have been telling me. It's not an issue whatsoever. So, it should be pretty exciting to see what we're going to be doing here today, okay? I'm sure there's a bunch of games on here that I wouldn't have even considered if I had to pay for, but now that they're going to be under Game Pass, I would have no problems just trying them out, okay? So that's the focus of today's gameplay stream. Please understand, today is not supposed to be a major stream of progress in any game. We're going to dabble in a bunch of games just for the heck of it and see how they are performing here on the Xbox Series X, and we're going to see what's actually under Game Pass, okay? Okay? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. And we'll go from there. And it should be exciting. It should be interesting and exciting to see how this goes today. Okay? I'm curious. So, yes, this should be a very fun stream. Now, later tonight, the late stream will be Danganronpa V3. Yes, that has absolutely nothing to do with Xbox Series X or Game Pass. I'm a variety streamer. I'm not going to just be focusing on the Series X. I will be doing stuff on the Series X, We have to understand that we're going to continue on with the playthroughs and the like that I've already been doing. Doesn't mean that they all go by the wayside now because the Series X arrived. Okay, so tonight on the late stream, it will be Danganronpa V3 continuing on, and I hope you guys will join me for that. Okay, tomorrow I'm off from streaming. That was my day already scheduled off. I will not be here at all, so I hope that you guys will join me for the fun on Thursday when I return with a continuation of... Actually, what am I doing on Thursday? What was I doing on Thursday? Fallout 4, that's right. We're going to do more... Excuse me, not Fallout 4. Fallout New Vegas. It's going to be a major stream of Fallout New Vegas, and this is going to be the first stream of Fallout New Vegas on the Xbox Series X. Now, admittedly, it's not going to be that much different than the playthrough up to now on the Xbox One. The game still runs at 30 frames per second on Xbox Series X. Supposedly, the game sounds better. Like, last night, I did boot the game on the Series X, and people were telling me that it actually sounded much better. I guess maybe the sound output is much better or something. But yeah, should be good stuff. So I hope that you guys will join me on Thursday for essentially the first full major gameplay stream on Series X. Thursday night is going to be the late night stream of Call of Duty, as I usually do once a week. Friday is the premiere of a new game. It's The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD on the Switch, which I'm very excited to play because Skyward Sword was a great game that was hampered by motion controls. And now they've removed the motion controls. So it's just going to be a game that plays like a normal Zelda game, thank God. So obviously I'm excited for that. Friday night will be my throwback Street Fighter session. And then what we're going to do is we're going to balance kind of Zelda and Fallout New Vegas over the next week as the main stream. The night streams will be Mass Effect 3. Yes, I am, for this point, I'm going to move Mass Effect 3 to a night stream. Okay, plus the continuation of Danganronpa V3. Okay, so that's what you guys can expect basically next week's streaming week. Now, once we get further into these games, for example, we're getting very close to the end of Danganronpa. We're in the 5th class trial, so within maybe a week to week and a half, we may beat the game. Okay, with Mass Effect 3, people were saying, yeah, you're actually getting close to the end of the game. Maybe another 10 hours, you may beat it. So again, with Mass Effect 3, another week to week and a half, we may actually beat that game, okay? So, let's see what happens over the next week, streaming week. Let's see how far we get. Once I start beating said games, alright, the thing I would like to do is basically play stuff on my Xbox Series X to basically, you know, explore the console and do some unique playthroughs that I wasn't able to do before I had it. And that'll be a good way to fill the time until new releases start hitting in August. Because in August, we've got an incredible amount of new releases. Just to give you guys an example, because now I have the Xbox Series X, I can tell you what I'll be playing. Here's what's coming out in August. You ready? Hades, 12 minutes, the Ghost of Tsushima expansion, Ghost of Ikushima, Hina Bridge of Spirits, and Psychonauts 2. And that's just some of it. Like that, and also, by the way, Microsoft Flight Simulator comes out at the end of July. And yes, I will be playing that on the Xbox Series X because I have it now. Alright, so that's what I want to do. I want to finish up Danganronpa, finish up Mass Effect 3, and once those games complete, now we can focus in on stuff on the Xbox Series X. Likely, I want to play The Medium, a game that came out in January, it's exclusive that I did not get to play. Probably what I'll be playing, and then maybe we'll pick and choose a few other games that are interesting to us over the course of, you know, today, and then maybe the next couple of weeks where, oh, these are good ones that I could come back and play. Okay? So, yeah, that is what I'll be doing. I'm excited for this. I hope that you guys are excited for this. I hope that this sounds good to you. Alright? It's very exciting. Seriously, like, I'll be honest, this last 24 hours is so exciting. It's so exciting because essentially we went from a summer that was kind of dead, a summer that really has almost nothing new going on in the realm of gaming, to an open possibilities. You know what I mean? Having this console and Game Pass opens the possibilities of stuff that I can do on stream for you guys. And like I said, I really felt that when I got an Xbox Series X, it would open the possibilities of things for me to do. And I really feel that that's exactly what's going to happen today, starting today. All right? It's going to be very exciting. And I hope that you guys are excited for this. Okay? I am. That's for sure. Good stuff. All right. Now, let's talk about other stuff because, man, on top of all that positivity, there's even more. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, we hit the membership goal for the month of July. For the very first time. Whoops. That was the wrong button. Whoopsie. For the very first time here on YouTube, 200 members was achieved last night on that Xbox Series X unboxing and hookup stream. So thank you guys very much. That means it is a lock. I absolutely will be playing a special marathon event. All right. When will it be? Likely the first week of August. Okay. What will it be? I don't know yet. That's for us to determine. What we'll be doing over the next couple of weeks is talking about what kind of a marathon you guys would like. And likely what I'm going to end up doing is making a poll on my YouTube channel, DSPGaming, right here on the community tab, where you guys can vote on the kind of marathon you would like to see. At the very least, the ones that I've been thinking of, an Indies marathon, because we haven't done an Indies style marathon stream in a very long time. And usually when I do those, I get exposed to a ton of games that are very interesting and that I might do full playthroughs of. Maybe a Rage-a-thon where you guys pick rage-inducing games. Maybe we'll do an actual Game Pass event where for a marathon stream, just like we're doing today, only all day long, we check out Game Pass and games on Game Pass, okay? Or we could bring back the Mario Marathon, or we could do a retrospective marathon. Like, I don't know what we want to do. It's been so long since we did one of these, it's going to be pretty exciting. And I'm very excited to see what you guys would want. We'll talk about it over the next week or so, and then likely I will make a poll. Now, in addition to that, this marathon will also be when the next episode of my brand new show, Feasting with the King, will take place. I'll be ordering some kind of a cuisine, multiple items of said cuisine. I'll be eating them in a full meal on stream, describing what I'm eating, as well as talking with you guys, interacting, telling stories, etc. It should be a great time, and I hope that you guys will join me when we do that during the next marathon. You guys really loved the premiere of the show back on Saturday, and I'm looking forward to doing another one with you guys, okay? So, very exciting. I hope you guys are excited for the future. Now, you may notice we have a new goal, 250 members. Yes, I figured, hey, we hit the tier 1 goal. Let's go for a tier 2. 250 members here on DSP Gaming. All right? What will happen if we hit that? I don't know, because I wasn't exactly expecting to hit 200 members like we did last night, being honest. So I will talk with you guys, and I would love your input. What would you like to see as a celebratory reward if we hit 250 members here on the channel by the end of January? Or excuse me, the end of July. Whoops. Let's talk about it. Let's figure it out. Let's do something cool and special. All right? By the way, already this morning there's been a few members, and I will continuously update this running total as more people join. I'm sure we're going to get some more. So we'll see how we do. Okay? Now, what do you get if you become a member of this channel? Well, number 1, you get a highlighted name in the chat. Number 2, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a channel supporter. In fact, some people are about to hit their 3rd month, which means they're going to be upgraded to the golden crown, okay? You will not have to abide by the slow mode rules of the channel. You can talk as much as you want, and you get emotes. As of this morning, there are now 18 emotes. I've added the new green checkmark or correct emote to the channel, so there's a new emote available. All right, excellent. Every 25 members we get, a new emote is added. So if we hit 225, another emote gets added. We hit 250, another emote gets added, and so on and so forth. Okay? So if you're not a channel member yet, what are you waiting for? Now is definitely the time for you to jump on and become a channel member of this channel. I hope you will consider it. Okay? That's good stuff right there. All right, now in addition to that, guys, if, again, you support my channel, you support my content, you like what I do, you like that I'm a different guy from everyone else out there who makes content, and you want to support that, you could do a super chat or a super sticker. Those things are greatly appreciated. Or the best way to support me is by tipping me. When you tip me, those are funds that go directly to me right now, and I can use for something important. Right now, I absolutely need to be raising as many tips as I possibly can, because I need to pay bills in the next week to week and a half until I get paid by YouTube for my performance last month in the month of June. Okay? They pay me around the 21st of every month. I still, after I pay my mortgage tomorrow, because I'm paying it tomorrow, I still have to pay 2 utility bills and my back taxes payment before I can get paid by YouTube. So I still need to raise a good amount of funds in the next week. If you want to support that effort, please tip me. I really need help right now to get through this next week. Once I do, I should be in a much better position, but I got to get through this next week. So how do you tip? You can look at the description of this stream. There's a link there, or you could type !tip into the stream chat. That will bring up the link. When you tip, you will get a pop-up thank you message on the screen, and I do my best to give an individual shout-out to every single person who tips, just as a way of saying thank you very much, and I appreciate that very much, all of you who do actually go out of your way to support the stream directly, because I really, really need help with tips, and you guys have been very supportive in the last couple of days in particular. Thank you for that, okay? All right. All right, so now we can start with stupidity like the Cody's Gaming, who says, how much did you spend on the Series X that was meant for bills? 0. I spent 0 because, unlike you, I'm not stupid, and I don't lie. A fan donated it, and you're a moron. The Cody's Gaming. You're officially stupid. Thank you for proving how stupid you are publicly on my stream. Because this is what they do. This is what I mean. Like, the last 24 hours, they have been so butthurt that I have a Series X now. They can't accept the fact that I have a piece of positivity going on, that there's some success. And by the way, I will say this, because some people have been ridiculous and said, how could you call getting a Series X from a fan success? How could you say that's successful? It was something given to you. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to understand something. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Of course that's a measure of success. There's people out there who like what I do and like me as a person and want to support that effort that I could keep putting out said kind of content. That is success. That's called support, crowdfunding. How do you think any content creator on this planet makes money? Crowdfunding. Unless it's someone who's 100% corporately backed and they shill products constantly, which is a different kind of income, they're crowdfunded from their viewers. Every single time they get a cheer or a sub or a tip or a membership or a super chat or a super sticker or whatever the hell you want to call it, that's crowdfunding. There's no difference between getting something live on a stream as a microtransaction or getting a piece of equipment for your streams. Like, what is the difference? There's none. But these people, again, they have to try to, in their really tiny, warped, messed up, toxic minds, they have to try to find a way to justify their hate, which isn't justifiable. It's just groupthink, toxic, cult-like mentality thinking. So they have to say, how can I justify me doing something incredibly disgusting and toxic and immoral? Oh, I'll say that, oh, you see, Phil's not successful because of this. They're out of their minds. These people are absolutely insane, okay? It's absolutely hilarious that they think that that's not success. It is success. Absolutely, it's success. Now I get to put out even better content as a result of the support of a fan. That's success. Hate to tell you that. That's exactly the definition of what it is. You know? But they don't understand that. You want to know why they don't understand that? Because they could never have that. They could never put out something positive and productive enough that people would love it and then they would support them. Because that's not what they do. These are toxic, disgusting people. They're warped in their heads to the fact where they actually think that doing negative things is a good thing. They're actually completely flipped in their way that they think. Their brains need to be rewired, and they need professional help to do that. Because the fact that you would take something positive for someone and say it's not, it's a negative, you're out of your minds. You see? Insanity. So anyway, I am happy. This is a great day. I'm very excited to be checking out my Xbox Series X with all of you live on stream today. Thank you in advance to anyone who supports the stream in any way. Let's get to some shout-outs, shall we? By the way, I have no news or anything to really talk about today. I think there's two pieces of gaming news. The first piece of gaming news we can gloss over. Nickelodeon is making a Smash Brothers-like fighting game. They already had done so on mobile devices, but because it was on mobile devices, pretty much no one paid any attention to it at all. Okay? And because of that, basically, no one even knew it existed. Well, it did. It always existed. Okay? So, that being said, now it's coming out on consoles and people are freaking out, and I get the feeling the reason that they are is because basically Smash Brothers is about to end. There's only one more character available for Smash Brothers, and after that, it's dead. It's basically the done game. They're not going to develop anymore for it. Alright? So people are freaking out that there's actually going to be a Nickelodeon Smash Brothers-like game featuring characters from shows such as SpongeBob SquarePants, Rocko's Modern Life, Rugrats, The Wild Thornberries, among many, many others. Apparently it's going to have like characters from every like Nickelodeon exclusive cartoon over the years. Even Ninja Turtles is in there. So it'll be interesting, but I guess the question is, will it be more like Smash Brothers, or will it be more like PlayStation All-Stars? What's that? I never heard of it. If you don't remember, guys, about a decade ago, it was around 2012 actually, Sony attempted to make their own version of Smash Brothers called PlayStation All-Stars, and it was a huge flop. Sales-wise, it tanked. People didn't really adopt it at all. It was just not very well received. And essentially within 6 to 8 months, the game was completely dead. You couldn't even find anyone to play in it anymore. So it was an attempt to try to emulate what Smash Brothers did with Sony IP, and it did not work at all. Now, admittedly, Nickelodeon cartoons have a giant amount of nostalgia. I watched cartoons such as Rugrats when I was young on Nickelodeon. But of course, my cartoon's a little older. Most people don't remember Doug and stuff like that. But it does have Rocko's Modern Life, and I absolutely watch Rocko's Modern Life. So there's a huge nostalgia factor here with this game. Will this game catch on? I don't know. I mean, I'm actually excited. It's coming out in the fall. So maybe I'll check it out. Maybe I will. It might be good. I don't know. I mean, I guess we have to see. You have no idea what it's going to be, but people are actually getting... Yes, Ren and Stimpy are in it. Ren and Stimpy and Cat Dog are in it, apparently. That's what people are saying. No one knows the true roster yet, but... Yeah, apparently these characters are in it, man. What platforms? Every platform. Like I said, that game was already on mobile devices, but now they're basically upgrading it to be an actual console game. So, excitement, right? It's just silly excitement, but it's still kind of excitement. I wonder if the game will be any good, though. So, okay. Also, the other piece of news today is, in my opinion, it's kind of non-news, because now at this point, what we're learning is basically, if you don't hear anything about a game for a long period of time, chances are that game is not going to be coming out, and that game is going to be delayed and or not coming out during a time window when you thought it was. We already kind of knew about this with games like God of War and stuff. We knew these games were probably not coming out this year, and then they ended up eventually getting official delay announcements. Well, the same thing just happened with Ghostwire Tokyo. Ghostwire Tokyo essentially is not coming out in 2021. It got an official delay announcement today that they're targeting 2022, but they don't know when it's coming out in 2022. So it is what it is. I'm okay with that. I want the game to be good. I don't want them to rush out with a game that's not good. So I guess we'll see. I guess we shall see. All right. So that's the news. We got through the news, folks. First of all, let's do YouTube shout-outs for people who have been contributing via YouTube, and specifically, and then we'll get to tips. Let's see what we got this morning. See what you guys want to talk about. Refreshing my queue here, if you're wondering. Any day. Okay. So, Monk did a £1 super chat this morning. Thank you, Monk. Michael Tapia became a channel supporter. Zach Watson became a channel supporter. And it says Dead Iron also became a supporter, but I think that might have been an upgrade or a 2-month resub. I'm not sure. For now, I will update and say 208. What I'll have to do later on in the stream is check to make sure that's accurate, because I'm not sure if one of those was a re-membership. And if that was rejoining, then that means that it wouldn't count as a new one. And then Monk actually did another super chat. So, Monk getting up on the leaderboard here as the first super chatter and last super chatter of the day. Thank you, Monk, for that. Okay. Now, let us now do shout-outs for those who have tipped so far this morning. We have many people. First of all, Snowcrawl, thank you for the $1.30 tip. I don't give a fuck what the haters say or doing. I don't know why you continuously bring up the shit that they say and do, because it doesn't affect me in any way. They're hilariously salty and stupid, and nothing they do is going to affect me, so don't worry about it. Thanks for the tip. FBG Duck also tipped me $1.30 to say something stupid about moving my camera to look at push-ups. No one's talking about that besides morons, so I'm going to ignore that one too. And we're going to move on to positive stuff. Starting with Alfred Aponte, who tipped me $1.30 and says, now with the confirmed member goal, you have any ideas for the next Feasting with the King? Well, we actually talked a little bit about this over the past couple of days. One idea people have was Thai food, because Thai food is something that's local and very popular around here, okay? So I would say, yes, that maybe some Thai food. As for other stuff, other kinds of restaurants that are very popular around here, Mexican restaurants are huge around here. Also, I would say there's a lot of different American fare. And what I mean by that is there's a few barbecue places. There's a few, like, and I'm not talking like fast foodie, but like better burger joints, like Five Guys or the Habit Burger, places like that that are kind of a step up from standard burger cuisine, but they have other things too. You know, it's kind of hard because I would basically have to look at a cuisine menu. Mediterranean, there's a couple Mediterranean places, but there's not a lot. The closest Mediterranean place I can think of is like 30 plus minutes away, and to get that food delivered probably wouldn't be too great. You know, you have to get something that's more local. I guess we would have to look into it. We really would. We'd have to look into it and try to figure it out, because I'm not exactly sure. It's not a matter of what's here. It's a matter of what's deliverable. Because if it's further away than 30 minutes, it's not going to be considered deliverable via one of these food services, and therefore it's not viable, you see? So I got to look into it and try to figure out, you know, what they've got around here. Yes, Turtle Dude, there is an Azteca here. There is an Azteca around here that I've gone to, and it's pretty good. That's a Mexican chain, by the way, if you're not aware. So thank you, Alfred, for the tip. An anonymous tipper insulted me. Thank you, stupid moron, for tipping me $1 to say something dumb that I'm not reading on my stream. You're a real genius. Why are people really stupid? Timbo Slice tipped me $1.30. He says you should check out the Space Jam game today. A bit with the movie out Friday. Is it on Game Pass? I saw some footage of this on social media. You know what it looks like? It looks like they actually copied the game engine of Guardian Heroes. Anyone ever play that game or hear of it? So Guardian Heroes was a game back in the 90s. Sega Saturn exclusive console game. And the graphics were outstanding. Essentially, it was Final Fight plus. It had anime-ish like characters in it, and you could do all kinds of crazy combos. It actually had Street Fighter-like inputs, like double taps or rounded motions. And so you could do these really complex combos. Yeah, you could do these really complex combos of things that had never been seen before in that kind of a beat-em-up game. So this Space Jam game, I was looking at it, I was like, it kind of looks just like Guardian Heroes, like the gameplay and the graphics almost. Seem like they're really trying to emulate Guardian Heroes from the 90s. I mean, yeah, I'd be interested in trying it out. Pretty cool. Thank you, Timbo. Let's see here. Waifu Watcher tipped me $1 and says, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this will be $6 in tips. Sony's PR move of giving free consoles to influencers rubbed me the wrong way. It was a bunch of boring shills and chumps. Your Xbox Series X is way more interesting and entertaining. Big thanks from a fan for keeping it real. Yeah, the thing is, you're absolutely right. At the launch of both the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, let's be fair, it wasn't just one. They gave out consoles exclusively to what they considered influencers. And these influencers were put under a contracted embargo that they could only say and do certain things about the consoles in a certain time frame. They were not able to put out footage until they were told. They were not able to even talk about features of the consoles until they were told. And then finally, when the consoles officially were released, then they could do whatever, or essentially whatever they wanted. And a lot of people like that because you get some early opinions about the consoles, and some people don't. Right? What makes these people the chosen golden few, who are these people who are so much more important than everyone else, that they get selected to get everything for free and get it early, right? So I can hear you. And the truth is, there's a big difference, and this is I hope you guys will listen to this, because I say this all the time. There's a big difference between someone who gets something for free under an understanding that they're going to basically provide free advertisement for that thing versus someone who actually gets it and is truthful about it. Right? Someone who pays for a console, right? or someone who has absolutely no contractual obligation to kiss its butt is probably going to be way more trustworthy than someone who is getting it for free and now has to basically be nice about it, you know? And I've always told you guys over the years, I'm going to be honest in my content. If I get in a situation where I can't be truthful about something, I'm not going to do it. I've never, not once ever, in the history of me making content, 13 years, ever did some kind of a paid advertisement campaign where I could not be truthful with you. I refused. There's been some games I got review copies of, and I've slammed the fuck out of the games. And, of course, I've never gotten a review copy again from that company or anyone, you know, related to them because of that. My God, do I even need to talk about that fucking, that game with the giant ogres you chop their limbs off? One of the worst games I've ever played. And it was a review copy. And I destroyed the game. I can't even remember the fucking name of it at this point. Yeah. So, ladies and gents, yeah, the truth is when, oh yeah, oh my God, remember Mario and Sonic? That was one that was interesting to me. Mario and Sonic at the 2020 Tokyo Olympics, which didn't even take place. They're taking place this year. So, that was a game in 2019. Someone wrote me. I didn't ask for it. Someone actually wrote me directly and said, Phil, would you like a free copy of this game? We're trying to promote it. Would you like a review copy? I said, sure. They sent it to me. I played it for about 3 hours. The game was so bad online, which is the one reason I got it, was online play. It was so bad online that I deleted it immediately off my console. And my God, I would guarantee you people probably purposely didn't buy the game because of that. But you see what I'm saying? Like, I'm an honest guy. I'm not going to sit here and shill. I'm not going to sit here and lie. I'm not going to sit here and spin things in a positive way that don't deserve it. So that's why I don't get these special golden content creator selection promotions. All right? I don't play by their fucking rules because I'm honest. So I appreciate that you guys understand that. And that's why it's so awesome when I get something like this Xbox Series X that I can be honest about it. This is good shit. Thank you very much, Waifu Watcher, for the tip. Francisco tipped me $5 to become the biggest tipper of the day so far. Let's get him up on the leaderboard. And he says the following. Hold on. Get this up here. I really enjoyed yesterday's stream. Fallout New Vegas is one of my all-time faves. And, let's see here. Hold on. I get to see you unbox the Xbox Series X, and I do believe you can perform a flying DDT on an elephant. I'm surprised you never joined the WWE. You'd steal the show. Yes, it was a fun stream yesterday, because I had no idea that this console was going to arrive and that it was real. I had no clue. So, yeah, I'm definitely excited for the coverage, and thank you for the tip. Let's see here. Eternal Catnip tipped me $1.30 and says, I'm a long-time watcher, but this is my first tip. I've been watching you since your Resident Evil 5 demo playthrough. Holy shit, that was a long time ago, man. Again, the silent majority. I'm telling you guys, when you've been around as long as I have, there's a silent majority of supporters out there, you know? Thank you so much, man. Romy Road. Man, I'm exploding today. Romy Road tipped me $1.30. Says, you have a Shake Shack over there? To me, their burgers are top compared to others. No. There is no Shake Shack anywhere near me from what I've seen. I have not seen one at all. There's actually, I think there's a knockoff place I've seen. I think it's called like Shakes to Go or something like that. It's supposed to be the same thing, burgers and shakes, but it's an independent business that tried to kind of like copy them rather than an actual Shake Shack. I've never actually seen a Shake Shack in my life. I hear about it all the time, but I've never seen a Shake Shack. Only Iced Coffee to me $5, wondering if Kat has any advice about JRPGs, because basically the way he words it here, he says, can you ask your wife what JRPG she'd recommend to someone who played all the main Final Fantasy games? I can answer that without even talking to her. She wouldn't, because she doesn't really play JRPGs. She just started playing JRPGs. Like, one of her first ones ever was when she played Persona 5, and she never finished it. She absolutely loved Yakuza 7. She started playing Dragon Quest 11, whatever the last Dragon Quest was the one that I played. She likes it, but she ended up putting it on hiatus because she started craving Yakuza again. So now she's playing the Yakuza collection. But she's not big into JRPGs. Like, she just recently started playing them, she actually was kind of a relative newcomer to them. And now she's started to appreciate them. With Yakuza 7, she says it's like one of her favorite games of all time. So, yeah, I'm sure she'll appreciate them more moving forward, but I don't know if what one she'll play, what one she won't. I don't know. Alvin Aponte tipped me $2.30, says, there's some good Chinese food in your area. Oh, is there good Chinese food in my area? And Game Pass is really going to be a game changer, like you said. I feel it will be. Actually, here's the thing. There's a few places that kind of do, like, hybrid cuisine. Like, there's actually a place that does teriyaki, katsu chicken, shrimp tempura, veggie tempura, okay? But they also do some Chinese food. Like, they'll do kung pao chicken and that kind of stuff. And you're like, what? Yeah, they're supposed to be like a fusion restaurant that does both. There aren't really many Chinese exclusive restaurants in my area. There's one we really like, but it's about 40 minutes away. And it's weird because there's a ton of Asian cuisine around here. Like I said, there's, Japanese, there's Thai food, there's Vietnamese food, that kind of stuff. But almost no Chinese. For whatever reason, I guess, if you really think about it, I guess the immigrants that came over here, see, Seattle area is considered the entry port to the United States for Asia. Anyone coming in from Asia, this is where they would land, and then they would kind of disseminate from there, you see? Because we're the closest airport to the country from Asia. So that's why I feel we have such a high concentration of Asian cultures here. But at the same time, for whatever reason, it's not Chinese. I don't know if it's just because, maybe Japan's closer. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'm horrible at geography. You're asking the wrong person if you're asking me a geography question. But anyway, I would argue I know of 2 good Chinese places. 2. That's it. One of them actually is pretty close. Now I'm thinking about it. One of them is pretty close. One of them is not very close. But not a lot. There's way more Japanese, Thai, Vietnamese, and of course fusion style than there is just pure Chinese around here. Michael Jordan tipped me $2. He said, I think you were replaying Mirror's Edge 1 would be iconic. Top 5 funniest moments in your gaming history was that infamous bug when you got stuck upside down in the original playthrough. And I still remember that to this day. I can't forget it. It was such a ridiculous thing. A game about parkour where I fell doing parkour and got stuck infinitely falling and couldn't land. Pretty crazy. Okay, now we go back to YouTube shoutouts because people have been doing all kinds of contributions here. Okay. Okay, Spencer Shea did a super chat. He says, will there be live action Nick characters in it like Drake and Josh, the cast of Good Burger? Oh my god, or even Spencer Shea from iCarly. He's like, welcome to Good Burger, home of the Good Burger. Can I take your order? Can I punch you? Psh, punches you right in the face. That would be amazing. But no, they're not going to be in. Apparently, it's just the cartoon characters from Nickelodeon who are going to be in this fighting game. So, thank you for... And no, not Spencer Shea from iCarly will not be in it. Monk did another super chat. Thank you very much, Monk. I appreciate that. The Crunchiest Onion did a super chat and says, how about sushi for feasting with the king? Are there any sushi places where you are and have you tried it? There are. There's one particular one that Kat and I really like. We don't go there all the time, but every once in a while we'll go there and we'll get a couple kinds of sushi that's quite tasty. But, sushi delivery is a no. Let me tell you, that's probably the worst idea you could ever have. You need to eat sushi fresh. That's the whole point of sushi, is that you're supposed to be getting it freshly made by a sushi chef, presented nicely in front of you, and you eat it right there at its absolute freshest. If you're going to take that sushi and package it into like a container, have it driven for a half an hour, that thing is not going to be nearly as good or anything representative of what that sushi is supposed to actually be when eaten. You see what I'm saying? You absolutely should be trying to eat sushi right away when the sushi chef finishes it. The best sushi places, alright, would give it to you immediately right when they're done. Every sushi restaurant I've ever been to, the best ones, here it is, boom, eat it. Okay, eat it fresh. Wow, that's amazing. Versus, sitting in someone's car for a fucking hour, comes to your house all lopsided, fell apart, you know? Especially because sushi is kind of precarious, as it is. Some sushis to stand up together and not fall over, it's kind of hard to do. Now imagine that moving in a car and stuff. I would never order sushi delivery. And on top of that, sushi is kind of expensive. So if you're going to pay a lot of money for something, you want it to be the absolute freshest and representative of what that chef wants it to be. Getting it delivered via driver is not the way to go. Okay. DXP did a super chat. Have you ever been? Oh, he says, I've never been to a Big Boys or Carl's Jr. I've never been to a Big Boy, never seen one. I've only been to one Carl's Jr. ever. There is a Carl's Jr. out here in Washington State, near me. But it's about, I'd argue, about 30 to 35 minutes away. It's a direction I usually don't go. I've only been by it twice, and the one time that I went to it was a very bad experience. I went to it, and I said, oh, on a whim, let me stop and eat here because I've never eaten at a Carl's Jr. before. When I went there and I ordered, there were no managers in the entire store. The entire store was being run by teenagers. There was literally not an adult behind the counter. The teenagers fucked everything up. Everyone's order was screwed up. It took them over a half an hour to get me my burger order. And then they brought it to me wrong. I had to bring it back. They had to fix it, which took another 20 minutes. So basically I spent an hour in Carl's Jr. and got the most disgusting, dry, incorrect burger I've ever had. And I said, I'm never going back there. Yeah. So I don't know what happened, but I'm, maybe they, I mean, keep in mind, this is a long time ago. This is when I had just moved here. So I don't know if anything's changed. Maybe they got in trouble. Maybe there's a whole shift in management. I mean, obviously the teenagers probably don't still work there 7-8 years later. But I'm definitely not going, I wouldn't want to find one that's closer than that. It's too far out of the way to chance it being shitty. You know what I'm saying? Chad B did a super chat. It's the biggest one of the day. I can't tell how much it is because it's Canadian dollars, but thank you for that regardless. And he says, my dude, I watched your unboxing. Great video. Did your shaver attack your pre-stream? I have no idea what that means. Then he says, I pay you. Can I please come over and clean up your cables? My OCD is crazy. No. What cables? I don't know what you're talking about. There's no cables in my office. Didn't you watch the stream or the video? There's nothing there. There's absolutely nothing to the left-hand side of my entertainment center. It's a nice, clean, open floor. Nicely vacuumed. And no dust or nothing. It's very nice. Very, very nicely kept. Anyway. Anyway. Alright. Let me just double check. So that's all the YouTube contributions so far. It looks like I got through everything. Oh, alright. Hold on one second, because oh man, I'm about to sneeze. Hold on. Oh shit. Hold on. Ugh. Ugh. Okay, I made it. Good. I hate it, because I have bad post-nasal drip. If I sneeze, my nose starts going, and it won't stop going for hours. So I'm glad that I caught it. Oh, that was almost bad, but I caught it. Okay. Ooh. Okay, good. Good. Alright. So, hold on. DXP just did another super chat. It says, ramen or pho, what's your preference? Also, X-Boix or Pain Station 5, which is your choice? Alright, ramen or pho, here's the thing. I've had ramen in my life way more often than I've had pho. There's actually a really good ramen place out here that tries to emulate like a high-end gourmet ramen over in Japan. And I've tried different ones. I've tried one that has yuzu grapefruit in it. I tried one that has like a heavy garlic. I've had one that's more rich with pork. I've had one that's lighter with chicken. I've had a lot of different kinds of ramen. All right. I've only had pho. Is it pho? I don't know how to pronounce it. Sometimes it's like pho. What the pho? Maybe it's pronounced pho. Because I've seen puns. What the pho? So maybe it's pronounced pho. I don't know. But anyway, I've only had it like twice. The 2 times I've had it, this is, by the way, it's Vietnamese soup with noodle, veggie, and meat, okay? The couple times I've had it, I freaking loved it. But I haven't had it very often. So, I couldn't really, I would feel like to really compare the two and tell you which I like better, I'd have to have more because it's been a long time since I had it. I would basically have to have a bowl of fresh ramen and then a bowl of pho, like right away. And then I would basically be able to tell you. I like both, though. I think that they're both quite good. So, thank you for the super chat. Timbo Slice to me $1.30 says, how has Selsun Blue been treating you? I have not used Selsun Blue since 2017, or was it 2018? I think it was 2018, when I did the DSP Tries It on Selsun Blue. That's the one and only time I ever used it, and I never used it again. Randy Savage shipped me $1.30 says, do you see EA is making a Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl? No! No, I didn't know about that. Actually, we already talked about it. I'm just being silly. We already talked about it on the pre-stream. That's obvious, Randy. You joined a little late. Yeah, we're well aware, and it seems interesting. I'm interested in it. But what I'm wondering is, will it be any good, or will it end up being the next PS All-Stars where, you know, basically it dies out right away? Okay. All right. Well, all right. Okay, guys, so anything else that you guys would like to talk about? Anything else you would like to discuss before we get started? Because what I'm going to do is take a break like I usually do, use the restroom for a few minutes here, and get ready. And then when I come back, boot her up and explore the Xbox Series X. I'm excited for this. I know you guys are excited. I'm excited. It's going to be a great day of Xbox Series X fun. Okay? Yes, Jasper Kitty, I've seen you spam this a million times. I have no idea if this is actually going to affect anything or not. We'll see when we start. So there's no reason to keep spamming. Okay? Okay. What's up, Simple Bubble? What's up, DSPGaming? How's everyone doing? What's up, Yoshino Lover? What's going on? Yoshino Lover says I should get Yakuza 3 on Game Pass. That's true. Under Game Pass, all the Yakuza games are under Game Pass. All of them. And I've actually never played Yakuza 3. Now, I'm not doing it now. There's no way I'm doing it now. There's no time to play a giant Yakuza game right now. But like I said, some games I am interested in is like the medium or something like that. So we'll see. Okay. Okay. Are we good? Is everyone good? Did I cover everything? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything or miss out and not give a shout out. I'm pretty sure I covered everything here. Thank you guys for the support on the pre-stream, by the way. Again, the best way to support this stream is by tipping me. Please do if you can. Oh, Jenna Tools just did a super chat. I'm not comfortable with putting people's full names. I'm just gonna put Jenna on here. Thank you, Jenna, for the latest super chat. I appreciate that. Okay, let's take a break, everyone. All right, and when I come back, it'll be time for Xbox Series X fun. Everyone, I recommend you grab a drink or a snack, use the restroom yourselves. And when I return, it is Xbox Series X Premiere fun. Thanks, guys. See you in a few.